I'm Lindsay, and I'm going to be talking about poor job training for my public speaking class. I'm going to hit three main topics: stressed employees, higher turnover rates, and loss of revenue and customers. But first, I'm going to talk about stressed employees. When an employer does not offer the proper training to an employee, the employee is unable to do their job correctly. Being confused and undereducated can become very frustrating, not only for the new employee, but also for the employees that have been there for a while. The reason for this is because the new employees are constantly having to stop the existing employees from the jobs that they do on a daily basis to nag them and ask questions that they should know because they should have already been offered the training to do that. When the existing employees do have to stop, it causes their work to get backed up, and then when their work gets backed up, it causes work to be backed up in every aspect, which causes more and more stress as the weeks go on. And this leads me then into the higher turnover rates. This kind of goes hand in hand with stress. Because of all the stress, a lot of people don't know how to handle that. So they either want to quit their job or they end up getting fired. And because of the reason for this is because of all of the stress that is involved. When you have stress at work, you take it home with you. And also because having all of the work backed up or being unappreciated by your employer or lack of knowledge in things, it all becomes very overwhelming. So that is what makes the new employees decide that this job just isn't worth it. But then they also have the customers who are getting frustrated because the things that they need and want aren't being taken care of. So the customers complain, and then the employer decides, well, that employee can't do their job correctly, so I'm going to fire them. Which then leads me to the losses of revenue and customers. When a customer is unsatisfied, they obviously are going to take their business somewhere else. But when an employee isn't offered proper training, then they have poor customer service because they don't know how to deal with customers. So when you have poor customer service and you don't know how to deal with someone on a daily basis, that person doesn't feel like you care about them, or they don't get the respect they need. So they're spending their well-earned money to people who don't care about them or their needs and wants, and they take that to a business that actually does care. So this is what causes you to lose your customers. And when you lose your customers, then you obviously lose money because a business is nothing without customers who bring the money in. So to sum it all up, we have discussed the three main points: the stressed employees, the higher turnover rates, and the loss of revenue and customers. We have discussed about how poor job training has not only affected the employees, but also has affected the customers and also affects the business as a whole. And basically, whenever there's poor training involved, it's pure chaos and you have an extremely unsuccessful business.